Now, Storm Tracker 9 weather with Chief Meteorologist Justin Stapleton.
All right, a lot of folks, as we mentioned, over the next 24 hours likely going to be heading down the I-5 corridor into Northern California, and it is likely going to be a little on the slippery side, especially as you go over the Siskiyous, where they're starting to see a little bit of snow and some good heavy rain in spots as well. I'll show you the wider picture here in just a second, but first, let's start if you're heading out and about around Western Oregon, what you'll be expecting for tonight. A couple of different things. One, we are seeing all rain on the west side of the mountains. That's the good news. This is basically just green, 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 all the way down as you go in towards the Umpqua. Seeing some heavier showers there just south of, let's say, Coquille, moving their way outside of Roseburg, and then another batch now starting to kind of gel together north of Eugene up towards Brownsville, for example, Harrisburg, and then as you push up towards Sweet Home, and then hopscotch up into the mountains, and look what happens. All of that's starting to change over. We've got some pinks, which indicates likely some freezing rain. Also a little bit of that purplish color in there as well, probably some sleet before that changes over to snow. And so that's where we're going to be likely seeing some of the bigger concerns. That, in addition, I-84 also very, very cold air trapped close to the ground out towards the Dalles and Hood River will mean things will be fairly icy if you're going to be going north and then eastward out 84. Here's why. We've got a big upper level low sitting off of the coastline there, slingshotting southwesterly winds and all the counterclockwise winds that go around a high, pulling all of that moisture in from not only off the ocean, but in from Northern California as well. You can see some of the Siskiyou passes there starting to pop with a little bit of pink and white. Otherwise, it'll likely be a fairly wet go tonight and tomorrow if you're heading down to the Bay Area. Speaking of Levi Stadium down towards San Jose and Santa Clara there, they're still getting plenty of rain showers pushing in off of the ocean, and this will likely continue through tonight and portions of tomorrow, so keep that in mind if you're headed down there. A little closer to home, we've got a freezing rain advisory, and that's for mainly central Oregon through tomorrow morning at 4 a.m. You can see some of the changeover there on the storm tracker, and that's why the concern is we could be looking at some icy roadways out across Highway 20 and out across 97, and obviously locally in town as well, Sisters and Bend. 20s is current temperature out there. We're looking at low to mid 40s as you go up and down portions of the coast and out across the valley. And as we go overnight tonight, we'll take the storm cast through about 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. There's another big wave coming on through. This will continue on and off throughout most of the day for tomorrow afternoon and eventually settling down by late tomorrow night into Friday. That said, watch what happens. This low moves out of the way. Here comes the next one firing in for Friday night. That one also will bring a pretty good hefty chunk of some rain as we go overnight in towards your Saturday. Now, as we get into the weekend, things will dry out just a bit, but we got a couple of wet days before we get to that point. So we'll go scattered showers on and off, temperatures mainly in the mid 50s for tomorrow. The warmer air will continue to move in. The winds roll out of the south, and so that'll keep the low 50s to mid 50s around for the Umpqua as well. For the Cascades, we're talking a rain-snow mix depending on what your elevation is. Freezing levels will be around 7,000 feet. Kind of a sloppy mix at times overnight tonight, eventually changing over to rain showers in across central Oregon tomorrow, and we'll go scattered to isolated showers for us here in the valley. Temperatures will be in the low 50s. For the coast, their dry time is mainly Saturday afternoon through Sunday afternoon, and then more wet weather as we get in towards early next week. For the Umpqua, holding into the mid 50s through the weekend forecast. And again, we'll see a dry afternoon Friday, and then again Saturday afternoon, pocketing in between the showers. Cascades, wintry mix Thursday all the way in through about Friday, Saturday morning. And here in the Willamette Valley, we'll go low to mid 50s. But look at those overnight lows, guys, finally getting out of the 30s. Haven't been able to say that in probably at least a week. I'd have to go even further back.
Go back to one pair of socks now.
Oh, gosh, I know.